Is this working? Live? I hope it's working. Okay, I got a message to Patreon peoples. Okay, Lou, you here? No, not yet. You can't see the chat, so I may be sending you a message for no reason, but oh well. Okay, yeah, the Patreon peoples get exclusive reminders and posts about when I'm live. Ah, yes, okay, we have the first persons. Oh, oops, okay. Hi, hello, me again. The autistic, repetitive autistic asshole who's also just a mess in general and really needs to learn how to adjust lighting. Like, all right, look, I try. There's also the fact that I'm autistic, can't handle too much of the light. I literally look paler than the lab coat that I'm wearing. And my hair looks like the bitch from The Ring got a haircut and a bad one. And then tried to get like a perm, but like halfway through her hair turned blue for no reason. Like the person messed up real bad. So I was playing one of my favorite songs, which is called You Might Die Trying. But honestly, that's kind of how my life goes. Living life literally is you live life. You might die trying, but you live life. We're going straight into the deeper shit, I guess. And I just like the idea. I have more to elaborate on that. Please remind me. But how are you guys doing? Or so far it's just Lou, which is, I'm not about to be like, yeah, Lou, you're not enough. Like, I'm kind of out of it. I keep doing the lives at a time where it's like right when I'm taking the meds that don't help with my cognitive functioning being much faster, which I hate. Die Trying to Live. Got it. Thank you. The song, I'll just play the beginning first. The tune. Copyright. Pick. You're here, Pick. Yes, we have the return of the ladle. Ups and downs for me. Same, Lou. And hey, Pick, are you doing all right? We're a little worried about you. I hope you're doing good. If you don't even want to say that, I understand when people are like, they ask you, hey, are you okay? And you don't really want to answer. But I always appreciate when people are like not giving a bullshit answer where they're like, no, I'm not that great, but I don't feel like discussing it. Hey, Coop. I guess this is a good time. Wait, I was drunk. Oh my God, I remembered I was here. Yeah, no, you didn't say anything like weird, dude. You just were drunk and you said that. And I asked for a shout out. Or I asked why I actually asked why I didn't get one, because that was, since you're sober, I have a genuine question. Like, it wouldn't bother me even if you just said like, hey, I think your content's cool, but I don't like, yep, it's just becoming a thing. I'll still ask you for a live even after you give a live, for a shout out even after, just to keep this going, because I don't want it to be that you won't give me one. I don't understand why. And I would be cool with an answer, dude, your shit's cool, but not worth it. I just really want to know why. Like, I'm not offended. If you've seen enough of my streams, or at least I hope so, to understand the fact that I do not get offended. I don't give a shit. I just appreciate the honesty. And like, you're a bigger YouTuber and you're chilling here, and it's like, dude, you must like my shit, kinda. Also, Snowy, hi. Yes, this is working. Yeah, how you doing, Snowy? I don't like shouting out people. It's not you, like it's everyone. See, I don't mind that. Like if that's the reason, fine. Like I get that. People run their channels the way they want, and like I'm getting used to YouTube, adjusting around my fucking goggles as one does. I'm getting used to YouTube, so I understand that. But I'm gonna say like if it's on YouTube where you don't like shouting out anyone, the only reason I would ask, I know I'm not like special in that way, but it's more of like, could you like shout out just like having people look into autism more? Like you talk a lot about the predators and stuff, and the reason why I wanted you, hey Pick, are you still here? Because this is a really important point I wanted you to hear. It has nothing to do with being shouted out. It's about like the stuff you talk about. Okay, so I know you talk a lot about predators, and I wanted you to maybe you shout me out, don't shout me out. If you make this type of video, though, do. It's my idea, but please make a video about predators and autistic or disabled people. I don't know if you have, but specifically autistic people. I don't mind just giving you some info about it because one out of the people who are disabled, one of the most that are forcing to stop with the predator stuff since they love to protect them so much. I know. But I'm talking about like even if you're just saying like the dangers or whatever. I've talked about it. You you just have to phrase things weird. YouTube is weird. But I was saying like it's we're one of the main targets because how perfect is it that it's someone who just literally can't talk, can't say it, can't even like it's not going to be noticed. Interesting, but I'm done with the predator stuff for now, given I'm being fucked by YouTube for it. Understandable. When you were asking me for my Instagram, though, was that like to shout me out on there? Or was that just because you wanted to see my Instagram? Because I don't mind either. And yes, I will probably ask you every single time because now it's a joke and now I can just do that until you're tired of hearing it. But I think it's cool that you still join these streams. And I understand even the predator stuff, but I'm like trying to spread the message about mainly just living with autism, being autistic, living, and how being disabled, you're fucked over nowadays. The ableism, you're just expected. Although I just asked for it as a friend, I guess. Oh yeah, that's cool. Um, I'm thinking of making my Instagram public, but for now I do have a Twitter, which is just Electra Solstice. If you want to go there, literally, I don't post on it. I'll probably be using it for updates about my lives and stuff because I'm not an idiot and I don't feel like having people come back like in 10 years and being like, hey, look what you did. Literally, I checked it. I made it ages ago. And the only thing that was left there was like 3 posts. All of them were of me in a bathtub. Kind of exemplifies me. Just by support animal in a bathtub. And I think I took the photo while I was sitting on the toilet. Like it's just perfect representation of my channel. So there's that one if you want to just like say anything or at me or something and then I can like respond. I don't know how Twitter works. May was doing bathtub rants before you were. She's the OG. May is the OG just in general. She's probably the only reason that I have the subscribers that I have, which I lost one. It's like I have a feeling that's YouTube because I've been getting more people coming to my stream faster. I've been getting better with it. I'm just so sick of YouTube. Like, I don't know, Pick, if you're like tired of hearing about this, but it's just pissing me off. I'm getting my cord. As a new creator, they're like, nope. Even though I'm doing so much, and I have a Patreon, and I already have 2 people, which are just the really kind mods, and I say just as in like just because it's just 2 people, but it's like already I've got enough people who like want. Sorry, I'm still learning how to do this shit. It's like let's do an EEG. How's this? Is this a good one? I saw that you gained that sub back. Oh, I got it back. I thought that you had 3 patrons. Oh yeah, I have 3 patrons. One of them is just my friend who I was just like, hey, I want you to come on my live as a guest, but also can you pay me for it? Because I have an exclusive live pick if you want to join it. It's really cool. We sit and talk about all the shit that YouTube is annoying about. Oh, okay. Good night, Pick. Thank you for joining and thanks for being honest. Like, I appreciate it. And I can't wait to see you again. Looking forward to it. Sleep well. Where was I? Oh, I wanted to talk more about something that was in my exclusive Patreon live, but I wanted to elaborate on it because I thought it was a really interesting topic. Dude, these like ringlets hide nothing. It's like, let's accentuate all the oil in your hair and all of the acne and oiliness on your face. Like, this is me being exposed right now. I'd love it. Imagine, what would I be exposed for, guys? What do you think it'd be like, oh, Electra Solstice exposed. What do you think it would be? And also the thing that I wanted to talk about more was just, we brought up the topic of, okay, firstly, I'm going to do shout outs a bit earlier. So shout out to Snowy, aka Snowfish Fishback, aka Snow, the beautiful mod. Second beautiful mod is Lou Willie. Both are patrons. I'm going to say their YouTube names because I don't know if they want me to say their other name, but I think Snowy is just their Patreon name. I don't know how it works when they want shout outs. Like, if you guys want me to say those names, cool, I'll say both. And then we have Bleach. I'm still not sure of the exact title, but we'll shout out to Bleach from the old story. Bleach, we did an exclusive live with Bleach as a guest star. She was a guest and we talked about everything about like the friendship and how it went and what brought it back. Like, what the song's still like reading over and over again, which I don't mind. I don't want to start like getting bored of the song. What's this one by Halsey? Bring Me the Horizon. Just Bring the Horizon. Nobody specific. That shit was really cool. Last night's stream, if that's what you mean, yeah, that shit was so cool. Like, it was so much fun. I had a great time. By the end, I don't remember exactly what I was saying, and I hope you don't either, Lou, because I'm not sure what's there. Looks like I missed that stream. Well, it's temporarily still up. I usually keep up the Patreon streams. They're still exclusive. Nobody else can access them, but for the patrons, you guys can still access them for a bit. And then once I know people have seen it, gotten their shit, I probably take it from Patreon availability, just because, privacy and time-wise. It shouldn't be private. You should have the link. Just message me on Patreon because it's like we're talking live right now. Yeah, your eyes told the whole story towards the end. Dude, the end of the stream was, yeah. Let's see. Bleach stories should be their own tier because she brought quality hobo bunny stories. Well, yeah, those stories are going to be a higher tier, but like as a guest, we may have Bleach. I don't know. It's usually very sporadic when I even talk to Bleach. Like, that was after ages, and halfway through our conversation, I was just kind of like, hey, you want to do a live? Because I was thinking of doing a live with my patrons exclusively, or I was about to. That was when I was going to come back. And I kind of wanted to like do that. And I was like, hey, do you want to join me? All right, cool. And we talked a lot, but she wanted me to say a quote that she was writing. And there was a thing that I wanted to talk about, which is, wait. Yeah. Sorry, it was from Bleach. I wanted to elaborate on the topic of autism and friendship because it reminded me about that. And my channel is a lot about being autistic and living with them. And Bleach saw a comment that was like talking about how hard it is to be some friends with someone who's autistic. And that's something I want to change the idea about because I don't like it. And I don't like I think it was you who said something like that, but then we talked about it and you understood it more. But just for anyone else out there, when it comes to being friends with an autistic person, it's kind of like just any challenge of anybody who has any type of disorder, but it's like, it's just the challenge of a friendship. It's not about like, it's not about the, how hard it is. Like, it's kind of in a way shitty to say like, I don't know if this is the exact quote, so I'm not like saying this thing that you said, Lou, and I'm only saying it's something that you said, Lou, so you can know. And I'm not upset about it because this is a common idea. It's like, that gives the idea of like it's hard to be friends with someone who's autistic, and even if you say that you're like, we know it's not their fault, but then that's an automatic responsibility that's put on the autistic person that's making it more difficult. And it's like then there's more pressure to make it worth it for how difficult it could potentially be, even if that's not the idea. But just saying that statement alone is a very shitty statement. I understood what, like, we talked about it, so I understood the behind part of it. Like, Lou, you didn't mean like, oh, it would just be so difficult and shitty to be friends with you. No, I understood what you meant. And that's just a clarification for anyone because I don't want it to sound like Lou is being an ass. But I'm saying that statement can be like the statement of, wow, it's so difficult to be friends with an autistic person, but I finally understand more about it. It can sound good, but to an autistic person, it's kind of like, do you know what it's like to be friends with you? Like, just friends with anyone. And it's kind of like, it's a slap in the face in a way, but it's also like a slap in the face where you're like half kind of a face palm thing too, because you're like, they're not realizing this. Like, I don't know whether to be offended or not yet because it just sounds like they're not understanding. And that's kind of what I wanted to discuss. And specifically to that comment, that's where Bleach had something to say. Bleach said that, mentions, yeah, she was talking about how it takes work to be friends with an autistic person. And she said that she wanted to clear that up because she didn't know if that was the impression she gave. But then she said this quote, and I haven't read the whole thing, by the way, myself. So, like, this is going to be a thing for both of us. It doesn't take extra work being friends with someone autistic. All of our friendships and relationships take work because we're all different. It does, however, take a certain level of understanding to be friends with someone who is autistic. And most people don't have the patience to try to actively understand those that are different from us. When you're friends with an autistic person, you have to actively try to understand that they process things differently and that will affect how they navigate through life. But it's not your responsibility to, and there's in quotations, fix that. Simply offer them your support if they need it in the same way you would if your friend was going through a tough time. There's no need to alter the way you are or tread lightly when you interact with them. Just be there for them. And honestly, it's that, but also like to elaborate on that, it's more just be there. Like just be normal. But it's like we're not asking for it, and we, at least personally, I'd ask for it. I don't speak for all autistic people, but I can say that yeah, being friends with an autistic person really is just different. And you have to have the patience, like mentioned, to just be like, okay, I need to sit and understand. And then that can change the whole thing because then you can understand. And then suddenly it's not a bunch of work because you could feel like you really need to help them if they're having like a bit of like time where they're like freaking out about the text or something. But what if you didn't? And then it's you feeling like it's your responsibility when it wasn't asked for. And then it's making us or autistic person or persons feeling bad, like it can make them feel bad, like, what the fuck did I do? Or at the very least confused and stressed out, like, what did I do? Like, I don't remember fucking up. And it's like, then it's them fucking up by just being natural. And it's like, if you just understood it, really, it's the beginning. You just need the patience to be able to understand. But I feel like that's what it should be with everyone. It's just the patience to understand them. I have the sense that when it comes to autistic people, it's a lot of this is different. This takes time to understand. It's easier if we just go to the other ones. And it's what's shitty is how people don't think of it, don't realize the selfishness of it. How it's like we can be friends with other people because society's already trained us in being able to understand things inherently, at least at an easier level than what it would be with an autistic person. It's like, damn, you won't take 15 minutes to hear us out, and then you call us shitty. And it's like, no, both parties have issues. We're not fucking specimens to keep in a jar to stare at or poke at and see what they do. It's not like you gotta walk on eggshells around us. We're probably the ones who drop the eggs. I don't know what I'm saying, but like, that was stupid. That was just a joke for myself. That was a dumbass joke. But so I'm looking away so much because of the ring light. But it's important to understand that, like, just imagine if you were being told that it's hard to be friends with you. It's literally being told you're a piece of work, quite literally, just in a way that people would think is nice. Yeah, drop the eggs. Yeah, I have no idea what it meant either, so just dismiss that. It was just a stupid thing my brain thought of, because one thing is that clumsiness, and I personally am really clumsy. So I'd be the one to drop the eggs, and then there's going to be the shells that you think you got to tread over. No, bitch, I dropped the egg. Like, it's just, I don't know if it relates or how this metaphor would relate. So interpret it as you want, but it's not that important. So that's a message, and I really like the quote, the please, and to understand that it's not okay to be like, it's your fault. Like, if you are realizing somebody, you can't handle this, you feel like you have the responsibility to take care of them, talk to them about it. Because what if you're just doing that and then it's stressing you out and then you're going to blame them? There's more than one side to the story, but it's still kind of like, dude, if you just asked. Does that make sense? Because that's one of the reasons it can be so frustrating. Okay, I want to see the comments after that. I'm going to listen to the song and then potentially open to specific places in the DSM. We're doing a little bit of a quicker one. Dude, I've accomplished so much within the 23 minutes. I really stay on topic. I guess maybe it's enough time where there's still some ADHD meds left in me. Let's just move this to one side. And then maybe put a little bit on that side, most of it on this side. Then does that make my hair look more oily or less oily? I'm trying to avoid the oiliness look. This is just what we're going with. I hate it so much the way it looks. All right, we'll just go with that. I'm going to explain the dying to live thing, but I wanted to see what comments you guys had or opinions on what I was just talking about. But thank you for reminding me. I mentioned DSM, but the dying to live, we'll talk about that too briefly, but I want to see all your comments. That might be the last thing that I talk about. This thing keeps like switching back in pages wise. Okay, I'm gonna straighter hair on you looks oily in general since you juggle of black and, well, my hair is actually only straighter because it's oily. Because of the products, dude. This isn't my real. I think I spoke. I had to say about that the other night. Well, we're in a public chat, but I think I wanted to elaborate more on it, and I elaborated more on it. You and I talked, and also some of it, like I was out of it for it, but we were talking for 8 hours. But I wanted to double check, especially with you, like you understand now, right? Because I really like how much you're learning and that you're open to learning. But I can't like talk to you in person, so I wanted to double check, like make sure you understand. It's not about someone being harder to be friends with. Okay, good. But also I'd like to hear your opinions on just what Bleach said, the Bleach, and just anything else you want to mention, because we're in the public chat. I just like opinions, either from you or Snowy or whoever is here. Could be even like just your opinions on what these things are, and if you have any questions. I guess more specifically, it would be like maybe an opinion or a question, whatever. I'm gonna look in here real quick. I'm gonna pick out like I'm looking in the because I mentioned the DSM, so. I want to check that, so then I get the chance to check this, and I can. You guys will be writing comments, so. By the way, complexes, from what I've been able to tell now, they're sort of used in the way they're describing things in psychology. From what I've been able to understand, I still need to ask my professor, one of my professors, at some point. I'm gonna check the chat once I see that more is there. If you don't want to say anything, then that's all right. But I hope for anyone else who watches this that it maybe makes a difference a little bit and helps you understand that as a friend, we're not expecting more than just you being a friend. Kind of like anybody does, just being a friend. I feel like I've bored people. Okay, I'm looking in this section of the conditions for further study, which is so fascinating to me. I don't know if it's as fascinating to other people, but to me, it's so cool to see. I didn't know that section was there too. Just seeing like a section of, hey, we actually have, like, to be able to see what the specialists like are considering for the future, or not the special. You get what I mean? What the APA is actually considering as other things that need to be researched. Is there a lag in the chat, or is just nobody saying anything? I don't mind if nobody's saying anything. I just want to double check. I think I can turn this down a little bit. Maybe my problem is that I put the ring light too close, because it should still light up even if it's far away. Yeah, you guys still get light with this, and it's not like killing me. Is this still good? And was that topic very boring? I guess it was probably repetitive for you, Lou, and because I like probably rambled ages last night in the private chat, and when I ramble about a topic, I repeat the topic during that when it's the first rambling. Maybe this time that was fast because I had practice, I guess. I was just going to say that about the ring light. Back that shit up. I just backed it up further away. Let me check. I think this is a good level right now. No, I'm just listening right now. I know it's early, but do you have any ideas on what you might write your thesis or dissertation on? Well, I'm going into become a medical doctor. So I'm going for MD, not PhD. But sometimes when you specialize, you can get a PhD. I've thought of specializing, like I've written a book the thing is, I haven't published the book yet because it's so annoying to work on publishing something working like with right now. I have the whole book done. They have the edited version. They have the back cover. They have the idea I had for the front cover, but I didn't like it. And then Blessed Roommate made a new front cover, but I've just literally everything's set. They just need to send me, like, double check that the new image will fit margin wise. Send me like an idea of what their cover will be, and then I have to give the okay. And it's like it's one of those, I don't know, maybe I finished it when I was 17. Maybe I keep waiting because I feel like I want it to be, I feel like it's not perfect, but it's an expression of what I was living when I was 17. I wrote it when I was 17, and it has a section on a bunch of the informational things, like information about dealing with autism. There's a section of my poetry, and then there's just an intro section of kind of my experience and my journey with the diagnosis of being autistic and all that. And then there's a section of a journal, which was just live, I guess, of me writing whatever was going on at the time, which is very strange. I usually don't even do that in my own journals, but I wanted to put it in there while I was sitting in school. And some parts are just like the lights are so bright, or the noise is really like getting to me. Like, I feel if I look at it again now, of course I want to edit it because I'm a third year psych student. I've been in school since the I've been in uni. I went to college, transferred. Now I'm a uni student. Like, obviously, if I look at it after so many writing classes and after all the papers I've had to write, I'm like, God damn it, this is awful. But it's not awful. It's just the way it is. The poetry section, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the rest. Like, I want to adjust it or make it double spaced or whatever. But I feel like right now, because it's a book, I'll leave it the way it is. And then I want to, I feel like I need encouragement to fucking finish that, dude. Because it also kind of felt like, who's going to see it? No one, I guess. If you believe in fate, maybe it's just like later for at least a couple people who might be interested. And the pricing of it, by the way, I don't necessarily get to choose. They'll probably price it at like 15 or something, which is like the self-publishing. They take because they are taking care of all the stuff of like sending it and everything to do with that. They price it, because what I'm doing is I just finish with the book, give them the okay to publish it, and that's it. Then they take care of the rest, like the shipping, and it's not like it stops. There's no capping off time. You pay for it, and if it's like 50 years from now, they'll still send it, assuming the company's still there. They'll still have to send the book out, and it's going to be on Barnes and Noble and Amazon. And the title is actually Kaleidoscope Mind, because I live in patterns. I see patterns so much. Your ramblings in the Patreon streams never bore me. Well, I was asking about this one, but I'm glad those ones didn't bore you. Those ones are honestly epic. Like, Patreon ramble videos, epic. But I guess a version of what you're saying, by the way, Snowy, would be kind of like, what do you plan on? Do you plan on like pursuing a specialization, like becoming a GP or a specific type of doctor, like neurologist? I'm leaning towards psychiatry. I'm a psych major. A lot of people go for the bio stuff, but I'm like, dude, apparently because Americans don't learn any of this, I'll have to review a bunch for like the MCAT, but I don't know if I'm going to take all the prereq courses. I want to do everything that I can, but some schools are changing, and I'm wondering if by the time I'm going to be applying for med school, if they'll be changing where not requiring as many of the prereq courses because you repeat that and they're just like, okay, if you're doing the MCAT and you pass that, then you've got the basic like abilities. So, okay, because the required courses can really slow you down. They're a long time and they're a lot, and they repeat so much of it in med school, or they'll just have you do it. Yes, you need background studying, you need background training before you get to med school, but just how like 2 years of this or 1 year of this, it's like, dude. Also, I'm a transfer student. I'm 21. Many people would have their bachelor's by now. Hi, I'm a disabled 21-year-old who's technically a junior, but like their system also is shit. So it's like so difficult. I have to petition to get my own courses applied as like towards my major. And literally it's easier for me to figure out how to get my courses together for the major than for the GEs. I've rambled about this before. So yeah, I've accomplished the whole thing about friendships and stuff. I hope somebody sees this. And if you're friends with an autistic person, literally just ask them like, hey, what do you actually want my help with? And what do you want me to just be like, all right, take your time. That's what I love. One of the things I love about fiance is if I have a moment or something, or if I start to go like this or freak out when we're out, fiance will just be like, hey, you okay? And I'm like, yeah, just, and then he'll be like, okay, just take your time. And just be like, all right, I'm here if you need me, but I understand that you're not dying, so you want to deal with your own shit. Okay. Let me see. Dude, you're just being a lazy snowflake. It's no. It's no. It's not the system's fault that you don't want to work. Sarcasm. Thank you for putting the sarcasm things. That actually helps a lot. I was hoping that I was right because I was like, I think I got it right that was sarcasm, and it did. Like when you're autistic, it's like, yes, I understood that one. But yeah, it's totally not my fault. It's totally my fault that I'm 21 and could potentially be like already, or like have a year left before applying to med school and be able to focus on working on my MCAT. But no, just here, retake courses and stuff because you're a transfer student, and also because you're from overseas too, even though they taught you more there. Like with Americans, it's like, have you heard of Newton's laws? No. And it's like, okay, not having specific knowledge doesn't mean you're dumb, but it's like the system's dumb that it doesn't teach them this shit, and then makes it so much harder. What if they just like, okay, fine, you want to do that with your school system? Great. Heck Allah, which is basically God bless. Heck Allah, do what you want. But why are you forcing the people that have already studied it to do it again? Okay. Then, anyways, I also wanted to talk about living life like you're dying. Or should I save that for a different stream? Let me know. What do you think? Also, Snowy, were you the second like? Did I earn the like? If so, or even if not, I love the way it's like, you gotta earn it, bitch. I'm not just gonna like it just because I'm your mod and, a patron too. Like, no, you gotta earn it. Past videos. Okay, I'm checking on the things that you said. I see 3 likes, but yes. Things are delayed for me. Oh, I just realized because I saw the gluten-free thing. Okay, sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I'm understanding which thing it is. Yeah, okay, Snowy was like responding saying she can only eat gluten-free and she's lactose intolerant. I'm just saying that first because it's like, you can see all the things that I can't eat. I'm like lactose sensitive in a way. It's like I just don't want to try it or fuck with it. Like, so I avoid it. I have cheese, anything like that. I just don't drink like milk or like really milky stuff. I'll avoid those. But being gluten sensitive, basically, they call it gluten sensitive. They've been realizing more now. Is like you don't have celiac, but you have it enough where it affects you severely, and that's what I've got. I just don't have celiac, but I've got like what up to right before it. Let me see. I don't know. Do you feel like discussing the dying to live thing would be interesting? Post cereal milk is the best. Okay, we've got now we know which song's gonna get copywritten. Sorry about this, folks. Wait, what is that? Oh, I thought that was 12 plus 12. Give me a sec. Okay. Oh, damn it. Okay. You right back on your feet just so you can take advantage of me. Tell me how's it feel sitting up there. I'm so high, but you can't wait to hold me. Put you up there. Okay, sorry. That song is also kind of cool with like ex friends that were bad. Like, what did we call her? Luna, whatever it was for the ex best friend that married my ex. Though, tell me how's it feel sitting up there, feeling so high, but you found a way to hold me. You know I'm the one that put you up there, feeling inside, something like that. Not just copywritten, but potential prison sentence now. Dude, don't even put that in the universe. I keep getting messages of copyright claims. The last one for the last stream that was Patreon exclusive even, Alien Boy is the one that got copywritten. My apologies. I think the Dance Lips would be better as a post apple juice or otherwise discussion in a Patreon stream where I'm just rambling, so we'll save that for later. It's in the universe. I told you it would be Oliver Tree to copyright. Oh, really? You were the one that said that? Oh, you were. Okay, I guess you got it right. Let me check if they said any other copyright. I love how like they have to say the video title and it's like so long and in capitals, so it's like screaming and then they say the copyright. Oh no, I got another one also for the song Soap. So people in Cuba, Iran, North Korea, and Syria can't see it. Then the other copyright claim on a different video, which was another Patreon one, because I usually do more of that on Patreon, was Is That a Thing? Which is now restricted in Cuba, Iran, North Korea, and Syria. They will be missing out. Okay, there we go. Wait, oh, the song I Hate Everybody, that's perfect. Private video copyright struck before. Yeah. You put videos up? I haven't seen you put like videos. Crazy, now typical American politics. Yep. Don't know what you're talking about, but it kind of worked together. I don't even remember anything but thinking you're the one. And I can't force the future, like it's nothing, so I just hate everybody. But why can't I come home without somebody? And if could love with anybody who don't want me, so I just keep saying I hate everybody. But maybe I don't. Yeah, I don't like this song as much, and that was horrible singing because my throat is like, no. But I love the song 3 a.m. Wait, let me see the chat first. I only have 2 videos. Oh, so then something for Electra shoutouts. No. Yeah, seriously, please. Well, put it wherever. You never know. Shouting me out with anything helps. Because I barely get anything. I hope the stream is entertaining. I stream a lot. And I guess I've heard like the whole like, when you stream a lot, you're obviously going to make a mistake and say something stupid. So yeah, I'm expecting that. But like I said, call me out. Go ahead. I don't mind evaluating situations from that point of view. Look like I have pitch black hair from this. Tell me how that looks, because I've considered that. Like in the future, if I had to pick a natural quote unquote color for me, I'd probably just go with the gothic and just get this, or like part this, part like, I don't know. I could do the pastel goth look. I don't know. Anyways, what was I saying? Yeah. And I was hoping that over time I do so many live streams, but it's like I don't want them to get boring. And for my live streams, since I have Patreon live streams, I have decided like it'll be like a one day is the public, and maybe I can do a Patreon one, but like public will be max every other day, I think, unless I just randomly pop in. If I'm doing Patreons consistently, or it'll be like one day is the public, one day is the Patreon, one day, et cetera, et cetera. Although sometimes after public ones, I don't mind doing private Patreon. Those are just the random jump-in ones where I'm like, hey, let's chill together and ignore the fact that we need to work on our sleeping schedules. So you're thinking of going more recorded from? What do you mean? I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, like doing recorded videos as opposed to lives. I really, correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. I love doing lives. I kind of prefer them in some way to like at least my ADHD definitely does, but I know that I need to do more recorded videos because the algorithm will pick that up. And even though like I don't get many views on them, the people who do watch me seem to like it. And I decided my true crime, the way I might want to present it is I'll finish up the Banaz case because I really wanted to finish up that one. And then I think I may do true crime as a learn with me, because that way I don't have to be stressed about like having everything in order and all the facts. It'll be like, hey, let's learn together, or I'll keep up the commentary. Right now, true crime has been mostly on my Patreon, but also part of it is like I've got a dark sense of humor, and I might say shitty things, but like that's why lives, at the very least, then I can have people be like, call me out right away, and then I'll be like, okay, backtrack. And I thought maybe I might. What do you think of a live where it's a live Banaz finishing up one that'll be like, I'll keep it to like 30 minutes of a live and then I can continue in a regular one, but it would be specifically for the end parts? Or should I do recorded and then make a separate live about it because I'd love to discuss it, especially being someone who's Arab. And this is something that really needs more people to know about, like honor killings and all that. No correction needed. You aren't wrong. Okay, good. Um, I noticed you guys do like the recorded videos. Are you getting bored with the lives though? I'm still doing them regularly as I did before. Like from the beginning, I was rambling, and I can do endless rambling. But I mean, maybe I need to balance it out with a bit more recording. The bottomless pit was never found, or maybe in the final part, they found that they get found not guilty. Fingers crossed. Oh, we haven't seen the final part, have we? Damn it. Okay. Well, tonight we'll be doing that. Is everybody up for that? Like a Patreon exclusive? Because I want to know what happened. Like, I forgot. I thought we finished that one. What are your opinions on what I've said so far? And I'll keep this in the live because it seems relevant. I think it's because the holidays are over and people are getting more into. Well, yeah, there's that. But I'm also asking about, since you, at least the ones who are here or anyone that comes in, like, what's your opinion on what I had in mind for, if you mention my friend Chung, you know I'm up for it. All right, we'll be doing that. I'll need a break because a fiance break. And then after that, as soon as that's done, I can come back. So that will probably end up being like around 9-ish PST. Okay, I'm gonna write down my ideas because I just wanted to make sure that you guys weren't getting bored with the lives. I feel like the lives aren't. My idea, what I'm guessing, correct me if I'm wrong, is that the lives aren't boring, but it's like also, I wonder, I feel like you guys are like, okay, we like the lives and the lives are so good, but we kind of miss some of the recorded videos. Dude, these lives are really cool. Like, I'm wondering if the lives are still cool, but it's also like I kind of want recorded as well. Um, Fiance breaks are always understandable. Thank you. I very much appreciate that. Fiance felt bad the other day when he walked in. He was like, or like when I had to take the break. Uh, After that, it was like, wait, I cut you off. No, I didn't mean to. And I was like, listen, everything was sorted with the peoples. Okay, so I'm gonna do. Uh, okay. Okay, and then keep up. I'm thinking of the yeah, the public lives are definitely going to be they're not going to be every day. I feel like I shouldn't, even if I want to. I might just do more random. Okay, here's what we're going to do. The public lives are not going to be as often, but for those of you who watch this at the end, because those who are here are patrons, I will probably switch it to, if I feel like doing random lives, instead of doing the public lives every day, I'll just be doing the random Patreon lives, but I'll keep it with probably it'll be just an every other day thing depending on my coursework, because I have to just figure out my coursework and the days that I have the coursework. And then I think with the Patreon ones also, it can just be a study with me, do homework with me. It's much more chill and it can be for hours. We sit there for like 7 hours. We'll do our own shit. It's just like one of those type of situations. Like you're chilling with a friend and it doesn't matter what you're doing. And that's what I love about it. Basically I'm saying if you really like the randomness of my lives and how I come in, like it's gonna probably continue almost every day, but it's much more flexible within Patreon. Please consider coming on Patreon. The first 5 Patreon patrons will have access to these random lives. Sorry, I'm writing it down because ADHD and I forget things. Okie dokie. I wrote that down. Let's see. And I truthfully need to commit more of my free time to my studies, which means you might have found my breaking point. I understand. Yeah, you were streaming up until he was knocking on your door. Well, it was pretty funny to watch. I know I'm going to be a lot busier starting Monday. That's why I was thinking also on Patreon, since it's a much more chill place, we may do like studies together, where it's genuine studies. Like before you saw me where I'd end up being quiet while I'm writing stuff, and it could just be watching me study. Or maybe I should put that on YouTube, live streaming it. Apparently, it's a thing. A lot of people have started liking it where it's just you're studying with me. But then again, there's my type of energy of studying. So I'm wondering like what you guys think of that. Manage. And you used your Hey dude, it's not like I'm making her do something bad. She enjoyed herself and she had the option to leave at any time. Yeah. That happens a lot actually with our calls. It's just like, let's talk for 15 minutes. Never mind, it's been 5 hours. Okay, so the study with me idea is also like not every single day because I know people study differently, but I thought that might be a cool idea because I haven't really done that. I don't usually always do that, but it'll be like, when you've got some of the lighter stuff or just annoying stuff, it might be nice to have the annoying, tedious stuff sometimes, or just studying regularly, not necessarily the stuff that you need like a lot of time alone for, but that way we can encourage each other to do it. Either one, we can encourage each other to do it. And you can make a comment every now and then. And to be honest, I'd be good at modding your like studying to make sure you're still doing it and how it's going. And that way we would help each other. That's just an idea for Patreon because it's going to be less. I have a calendar. Oh, I put it away, but I have a calendar which I was planning to try to set up for the days of the lives, and they're going to be shorter. Like this one, I'm about to end it soon. But I think it's been really fun. But what's your idea? Like, am I correct about the fact that it's like the lives aren't boring now, but it's like we kind of miss some of the more recorded videos? Moon calendar. No, that my other regular calendar that's a witchy one is at my apartment. This one's like a dry erase thing. Yeah, it's not mine. It's mother's, but I'm borrowing it because it's also dry erase. So, tell me if I'm correct about that. To check if fiance actually answered, because I have tonight is date night actually. Oh yeah, tonight's a date night. Should I shower? I planned on showering. The lives are never boring to me. It does seem that the viewer turnout isn't increasing, but rather staying consistent, whichever your goal for these lives, I'm not sure. Well, I meant like for my channel in general, because I want to like include you guys too. Like that's a part of it. It's not all about just the growth because like YouTube, the way it is right now, it's not exactly the greatest time to try to build your platform on there. That's why I started Patreon so early. And people do Twitch, but is Twitch a good option? I'm gonna check on what else is like growing right now. Does fiance like the oily Electra look? Yeah, you should shower. I love how like we've got Lou with the joking but very clear answer in terms of the sarcasm, and then we've got Snowy that's just like, dude, you have to. I think the lab coat's been on top of layers, so yeah, lab coat smells fine because it's on top of layers. Also, I told you guys I never really smell. Like I tell you guys if I did, because normal human bodies. No, I know you. Oh, you were genuinely asking the question. Uh, Fiance actually is more of the type that's like, I don't mind. Like, I try to tell him, like, I kind of feel nasty or disgusting, and he's like, I understand. He's very understanding of, like, bodily, like, the fact, like, you know how sometimes you see the classic, like, ew, the girl's supposed to smell like flowers all the time, even if they were, like, just exercising for 5 hours straight. I don't know why they would be, but, like, you understand what I mean. That's the type of thing. Because right now, today was shower day. It's just the only reason I waited, to be honest, was because I kept wanting to wear the jeans, but then I knew I'd have to wash the jeans if I showered, and it was like, oh, damn it. Well, how about this? You come with me, join me, because I have like 10 minutes before I have a sneaking suspicion that times may change. Some people skip leg day. You skip shower. Quote that, please. What is shower day like? Why do Americans shower every single day? It's bad for your hair. You're not supposed to. Like, regardless, it's not who you are. You're just not supposed to. I'm going to. We're almost. Just need to get my apple juice and the ladle. You must have the ladle. Maybe this confuses us why I'm yelling. I am almost back. Okie dokie. Hello. I should put this, not actually, okay, I'm gonna attempt to put that near that. All right, so we're doing, help me with my, you get sticky. I actually don't smell. That's the thing. It's like, unless you stick your head in my hair, won't smell. I won't, like, you won't be able to smell me. And, like, I don't even smell bad because I have an obsessive thing with, like, deodorant. And also, I just don't smell. Like, I would admit it. Like, I'm going into medicine. I'm not grossed out by any of this. So, like, I'd admit it. But it's just, that's one of the reasons. And I've like, ranted about it. But I'm not exactly upset that that's a thing. But that's the reason why I always end up with oily hair. Also, again, put too much product in it. If you work 6 days a week, it kind of makes sense needed to shower every day. Well, it depends on the kind of work that you do, though. I'm talking about, like, I'm talking about people who shower, like, every single day. Not even every other day. Like, every single day seems a bit much unless you're into construction work. All right. I was about to ask what color we're going with, but that's kind of a moot point. Do you want to see something that you would never expect for me to own? I'm going to do it because I can't see the chat and you guys can't talk out loud anyways. Oh, I have a question about what I was going to ask. This whole thing is for me to ask about, like, clothing, etc. Like, should I go with sweatpants and casual, like, before bed? Or should I go with casual but also like because I don't have my jeans, I'm gonna have to wash them. So should I go with the casual, but like the casual that you can go out with, or should I go with like the sweatpants, which I would go out with, but regardless. We have I feel like I need to. Nope, the lighting is worse. Let me turn on this light. Because everything I own is black, so I'm trying to like show what the difference is. So let me check this. Casual sounds interesting. This would be the casual, which is, I showed it before. It's the one with the pockets. It's got the pockets and it's long, but the only issue with it is that it goes around the waist nicely, but it's a little bit tight. So it's one of those like I can only describe it as, okay, you've got your waist looking good, but then it'll be like coming up and then like digging in and then kind of make it lumpy when it wasn't, even though it's still really, really soft and comfortable. But the waistband just seems like it fits me, but it's like, I guess it's made more for if you're wearing a crop top. So I'd have to wear a crop top with this. The problem is the matching crop top is what I'm wearing. So, do you want to be comfy or do you want to look presentable? Depends on where you're going. If you always go to Walmart sweatpants or anything, we're staying in, but sometimes I just like, look nice. But also, if I'm wrong about timing or something, it'll be me being like, hey, move that chair. You sit here while I take a shower. He still thinks it's weird. Like, can I converse with you? We don't get much time together. I'd like to converse with you. All you have to do is sit near the doorway. People do that all the time when they want to talk to their friend or anyone. They just stand by the door while they're talking. I'm offering you a chair while I'm standing by the door. If that happens, that's hypothetically, that's what it would be like at my apartment. But yeah, you get it. That's what it would be like. Every time at my apartment, I kept trying to get him to come there, and it was like, it's a small area, so it's not that far away, but it's just harder for me to hear him. And it's like, dude, if you could just come a little bit closer, I'm not going to take 5 hours in the shower. And also, we're not going anywhere. We're staying in and watching shows, and watching things with me is not easy. Do you not want to wear your current crop top? Well, give me a moment. It's also functioning as a bra, so well, it could use a wash, but I also have like my sports bras, and then I have a clean tank top that's black, obviously. Or the other option for pants, there's this, but I obviously don't want to buy this. This was a gift it's a gift from fiance, and I love wearing it because it's comfy, but I don't know. I'm wearing a black boot, but I wanted to ask. It's literally the only time I'll wear it, and usually if I wear it, I'll wear everything else black and like black lipstick. It's like, I gotta balance this out, but I don't mind contrast sometimes because like I do wear weird earrings. You can still look gothic if you've got some extra. So this is actually incredibly comfortable, and it sits on like it sits like around like nicely here. I love how I show clothes. I'm definitely risque for YouTube. I've got like 5 layers on. I'm like, yeah, this is what it looks like. But it's essentially, this will be perfect actually for when we're watching later. That ain't bad. Those pants will look well with a lot of black. Okay, so there's this. Also, the last option is just sweats. Got a pocket in the back. Story for these sweats is that I got one of those Victoria's Secret. Tell me what you guys think in there, like what I should wear. I'm thinking of just the tank top. So focus on bottoms, the bottoms that I showed you, the 3 options. The sweatpants, this one, or the black, like, loose-ended bottom ones. This one is a little bit different from the black because of the way it sits. It's a bit lower, so it's a bit more complementing. Yeah, more hippie style, which will kind of work with the Charles Manson thing later. May don't like that option of the sweatpants. May said no to the sweatpants. Maybes. Okay, we've got Snowy saying sweats. I'm feeling this, the fiance sweat. The fiance sweats. They look neat. So why are they fiance sweats? Or do you mean the fiance would like sweats? I mean, obviously he's seen those before. You guys know I don't exactly get a new wardrobe ever. Anything new is what I've borrowed, but bottoms are one of the things that are very difficult to borrow from other people because I'm a tiny person. So, yeah. Problem is I can't, with this sweats, it's also kind of makes me feel sleepy though. So there's always that issue. Okay, I'm gonna put away these because these look best with a crop top, but I don't have a crop top with me that I can wear that would look nice other than a t-shirt. I do have a t-shirt crop top, actually. I have a t-shirt crop top, so imagine like these black pants with a t-shirt crop top that says, fuck that. Wouldn't show much as a crop top, but it is a crop top. That's the most thing I've got. Or the fiance white shirt, but the fiance white shirt would need a lot of black to balance it out. Now no white fiance shirt because that one looks best if I put it like in the jeans or something really. It's just too much work than what I feel like doing. Let me see. You said he gifted that pair to you. No, he gifted me the pink tie-dye. The t-shirt crop top and black pants would look cool. I think so. I think that would look cool. For the pink bell bottoms, I would wear the black tank top. For the sweats, I'd wear the black tank top. For the other one, I'd wear the crop top. Maybe later the tank top just for warmth. Okay. What about you, Snowy? Are you still on the sweatpants? Black pants with a crop top might end up with the other thing beneath it. This. Just give me a sec, actually. Okay, if absolutely necessary, this tank top could potentially be used. I won't fall asleep on the floor. The autistic life part of the title is really being fulfilled right now. I don't know if you're being sarcastic, but it kind of actually is because I keep folding everything to put it back. Why not other than, why not other than they make you sleepy, just don't fall asleep on the floor again. That's what I'm worried about. I feel like the other, they're all casual comfy, and none of them are like the jeans, which I've been able to sleep in, but none of them are like jeans. They're all like soft because I'm very specific with my textures. So, actually, okay, sweats. I'm so conflicted about the sweats. This is part of it too. So this is what bleach probably meant is that I have a hard time deciding when it's with myself. Usually I can do it a little bit faster, but I really like having the input from you all. It's very interesting. But also I'm sitting here like, I don't know what to wear after all this time. Okay, wait. Putting stuff to be safely put back. Whilst I await a response. Wait, where'd my other sports car go? Damn it. Oh, here it is. Okay. Sorry. Uno momento. All right, so you've got the options present. What shall it be? Let's see. I like the t-shirt cropped up and the black pants idea. Okay, I also dig the fiance pink sweats. Or sweet. I think okay. It's gonna be I think it'll end up being the black pants with the crop top, but the black tank top like underneath, so it looks like cool layering. So the top is going to be the crop top with the tank top. That has been decided. I've checked those out. The black pants, we have to officially decide. Snowy, black pants or the pink ones? Alternatively, you could rock the dad sweater, dad pants with suspenders and dad slippers and make him call you. Okay. I was all for it until that very last part. I would, but the suspenders work with the jeans, so we'll have to wait for the jeans. All right, we go with the black. I just have to get, socks and stuffs. Okay, which one are you using? Okay. Picking socks. Which sock combination? Choose that one. I meant to put this one back. A message informing me of an update, probably telling me that it's going to be a little bit later. Did anybody hear that? Where'd that come from, though? Maybe he's just like sitting right behind the camera. She's just been chilling. All right, maybe sit right there while I get something. Thank you for remaining in your place, babies. Cute babies. You're trying to be nice because you want food, aren't you? You haven't been nice yet, though. It's probably like, why are you still talking to the screen? Oh, okay. Getting a lot of messages. What are you trying to do, May? Of course, I don't get a response yet. It's like, yeah, 7 or 7:30. And I was like, well, will it be 7 or 7:30? Guessing closer to 7:30. I get weird. Chick calls me Timmy. Yeah, that's odd. I don't get it. Like, I genuinely don't understand that. Should we save that for a Patreon discussion? Thank you, May, for avoiding the keyboard. You see. Yeah, same, Lou. Like, it's like, that's usually nothing, especially in certain contexts. It's like that is the last thing I would want to consider, like any type of familial connection. I'm not entirely interested in considering that whatsoever. Like, in those situations. Don't be shy. Tell us what you really feel about her outfit ideas. I think she's okay with it. Oh, she's by the sink. I think she's trying to tell me her water thing is empty. Let's go check. She's very good in the ways that she informs me. The ladle in the hair, as one does. I'm really sad because I worked hard on this makeup and it came out really nice, but I have to wash my hair. I washed my face. Maybe I can just try to focus it so when I shower so that it won't get on my makeup as much, so then I can just touch it up instead of having to wash it off because, dude, liner is not easy. How's the water? Dude, the water, it's low, but, well, I guess you could use some. I accidentally broke one of the bowls because I told you guys why she wants to have a fancy bowl, which will stop. She doesn't actually need it, but I just am like, all right, fine. Shit. Oh, lovely. I just got water everywhere. Oh my God, can't I do anything? I didn't say right. I just meant can I accomplish, manage to do anything? Okay, I got water for you, Nate. All right, now I'm hearing text. Oh my God, everything's happening at once. Here you go, mate. If you need to hydrate yourself, then you will be nourished later. All right, let's see. I think the ladle is appropriate for you since it's the ultimate spoon. Oh wait, yeah, when it's getting hot and heavy, I want the thought of my father to be invoked. No, not just that. To me, it's the thought of you're essentially telling them they're your father. It's that is not what I want in that situation whatsoever. I do not want to be considering calling anyone that. Sorry, we get the scalp cam. Okay, apparently I have 10 minutes. I was not even in, I don't, all right, next best thing. I actually like obsessively do this. I've already put on deodorant today. I carry around I have an extra deodorant in my glove. Well, roommate called it a glove department, and I just have to call it that now. Like, it makes sense. It's a glove department. It's a specialized area for random shit. Nothing smells. I'm just literally doing this because I'm paranoid. And I can tell you that for sure allergies, so it's not like I want to do this. I hate it. Like, I love the smells, but like spraying it all over myself, you know. No spoons surpasses the ladle in terms of spoonlessness. You mean like if I didn't have the ladle? Don't worry about that. Water is it's an early shower. I feel you, May. No, your hair is too oily for scalp cam. Dude, I don't know what to tell you. It doesn't really make sense if it were a glove department, it would have different types of gloves. Well, that's only called that because they used to put it there, but like even a glove compartment, I have gloves in there. And it's a glove department. So it could be like for all you know, it could be a glove is the name or it's a department store, but also it's just funny. It's a glove department. It's not a compartment. No, they've expanded. They were, I don't know, they had a generous donation and they were able to expand their business. All associates to the glove department. Roommate has caused another glove spillage. All associates to the glove department. Ugh, the department store worker flashbacks. What a hellish place to work. Oh yeah, didn't you say you worked with like perfume? No, am I hearing that from somewhere else? I don't remember. I'm screenshotting that conversation just to show her. Including the know your hair is too oily. No, I did that wrong. Okay. I just now figured out how to do it like where you get to specifically like when you're cropping something, like how to do those screenshots. I just now realized it, and I'd like to say I was just learning, but really it was only because I accidentally pressed 4 instead of 3. Oh my god. There's an exclusive photo that may or may not be put on Patreon. It was a specific area of the conversation in which I randomly had 109 typed in. This is when I was saying goodbye. I was holding May, and my eyes, dude. Yes, maybe it's so many screenshots to sort because a lot of them are mistakes. Throw that away. Oh, okay, no, this was part of it. Okay, I'll deal with it later. What did you do in the department store? Is that beacon? Sorry. Okay, so fiance, maybe you're in a second. So I'm not gonna be stay on the phone for the entire time. I worked in plumbing, and although I was the most experienced one of the plumbing, I was not taken seriously at all by customers. I hate when that happens. I've heard it's because of ageism, but I didn't work in an uptight area of town. Maybe they didn't want to get advice from a young, grungy looking, long haired kid. Usually, a lot of it is that, like, it doesn't matter even if you're in a place, like, I'm not in a place where that would generally be a huge issue, but it's still there. Same way ableism is. It's just like ingrained in a lot of ways. I think we've gotten the hang of this ring light thing a little bit better, at least. Let's hide a little bit of the oiliness. What else could I do to freshen up? I don't have mouthwash. I brush my teeth. Baking soda and water? Yeah, that works. Okay, type something funny. This is how I make mouthwash. Baking soda and water, because this is the best I can do. Yeah, I'm trying. The effort is there. Okay, baking soda and glass complete. Oh no. I don't think I put enough baking soda, but hey, I tried. Now I just taste salt. Yeah, so much better. So much better. Just taste salt. This is responding to mother, and I have to respond to mother, otherwise mother gets upset, and we don't want to make mother sad. Your ring light before was positioned way too close to your face. It really was. I think this is so much better, but I still have to tilt my ring light away from me. Something funny. Ha ha ha. Like you were one epiphany away from making it out with the ring light. We're not that close yet. Okay, I'm hearing something about dancing chefs, and I'm very confused. Okay, anyways. Hey, what's wrong? Your meows were music to my ears. Maybes, what's going on? Maybes? May. Come here, May. May, what are you doing? Are you causing trouble? Are you getting into trouble? May, you're getting into trouble. Get off the counter. I got you. I caught you. Picked you up. Oh no. Oh no. The mama picked you up. Okay, well, I was waiting for fiance. I don't know what's going on. We've got the baby, so I guess we shall say farewell for now for the public live. Instead of the background music, you had May meowing her heart out, pretty much. Aw, what an adorable troublemaker. She is quite the troublemaker, but it's like mama, like kitty. Maybe. Well, just pretend you love me. All right, love you, me. Positive vibes to you guys. Thank you. Make sure you're still subscribed and the bell is still on, and like this, do whatever. Please comment. I love comments, and I'll see you next time.